Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. I almost said Saturday. It's not Saturday yet.
It's a constant struggle.
I need my weeks to be longer, not shorter. Welcome to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. I'm Alex Flores, aka Kamisazi, joined here in voice, mind, body, and soul by Lukus is right. How you doing, Lukus?
I am doing pretty amazing today, Alex. I just, you wake up and some days you're just on, and you just fire through all your stuff, and you have a million different tasks, but you just start checking them off your list left and right. That was today. I was just a machine, and I worked my way through all my stuff, and I'm feeling good.
I don't know what that's like actually. As a night person, it takes a few hours for me to activate, but I do know what it's like to go to bed feeling like I've accomplished everything after grinding for 12 hours straight. That's usually how that works for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, it didn't start off that way. Like
Okay.
I've said this
You
before.
seized the day.
Yeah,
It was within reach and you grasped it.
whenever I wake up, I spend about at least the first hour of my life confused as to where I am. I
Mm.
wander the house. Oftentimes, my wife will ask me what I'm doing because I'll just be staring at a wall, and I just look at her and I'm like, I have no idea.
Who are
So
you?
I just like reach out my hand. I'm like, hold my hand. I need an adult.
I'm lost. And
I'm
I'm
lost. I
scared.
need an adult.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, we got stuff to talk about today. We got lots of stuff. We're going to go over some tutorial stuff in the game maker that we had talked about previously.
Hmm.
But first, we're going to go through the news. So, Shibuya 109 Land event is live. There's 15 EP, 15 quests in this one. So you can check out this experience right now from the events tab. Oops. Ah! No, I didn't mean to bookmark. I meant to copy. Paste. There you go. So you can check out that. Then we've got another event running for Captain Tsubasa. So you
I
can
love
check
that
that out
name.
as well.
It rolls off the tongue so well.
Tsubasa.
Subasa. Subasa.
It's like Mufasa.
It's fun. It's really fun to say.
It's exactly the scene in The Lion King. Mufasa. Stop saying it, Mufasa. Yeah. Except it's Tsubasa.
I forgot about that.
Sometimes my friends or even my wife will be like, yeah, I'm a Disney kid. I know all this Disney stuff. I'm like, I know Disney stuff too.
Do you?
I'm pretty good
Do
at
you
it.
really?
I'm pretty good at it. There's a couple older movies, especially like the live action ones I haven't really seen, but when it comes to the cartoons, the only one that I hadn't seen until recently was Black Cauldron. It's too creepy for my parents, but
Okay.
pretty much all the rest of them. 100%. All right.
I had to sneak Black Cauldron for sure.
Oh, it's so good though. I don't like
Mm.
it didn't do well in when it came out, I guess, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff like as I watched it, there was stuff in the animation. I was like, how did they do that before computers? They've got like misty, smoky, traily things, and I'm just like, how does that look so good? I don't know. I still don't know.
Talent.
Yeah,
Talent.
well, certainly, yeah. There's definitely talent, but the techniques are just I physically or mentally, I guess, can't comprehend like what the technique before digital technology was, even though I know how traditional animation's made. I just like anyway. That has nothing to do with the sandbox. We've also got the Autumn Vibes Vox Edit contest. Take your creativity to the next level. Unleash your amazing voxel skills in this fantastic seasonal Vox Edit contest. Autumn colors are all around. Reds, yellows, and oranges. Pumpkins, my favorite. Leaves and warm, cozy, woolly jumpers. Did Panda write this? Create an autumn-inspired asset. Whether it's an NPC all kitted out in their best autumn clothes, a lovely pumpkin patch, an amazing hot drink to stand with pumpkin lattes. Get inspired this autumn for this Vox Edit contest. Prizes.
I'm into it already.
There's 6,000 sand for first place, 3,500 sand for second place, 2,000 sand for third place, and fourth through 10th place each receive 500 sand. There's a beginners category with a sand breakdown there as well. 1500, 1750, and 250 sand for 4th to 10th place in there. All on the Polygon network. As always, KYC is important unless you are a verified creator, and details about that. Submissions open October 4th. That's today. Submission deadline's October 22nd at 11:59 p.m. UTC, and results will be announced November 18th. You do need to make a GIF of your fully animated asset. We recommend using Gyazo, which is this handy dandy little button here where you can screen record and it makes a GIF instantly for you.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. You click it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this in OBS. I click it, and you can just drag over an area, and it'll even tell you the dimensions in the corner.
Is this
how
a
big it is.
pay-to-play tool or is this free to use?
It is free to use. It has more. You can get like longer videos and like more options if you pay.
Yeah.
It will save your last, I think, like 10 clips to your profile on their website, and if you pay, you can like save more to there.
Okay.
But what I always do is I clip whatever I want to have, and then I just download it, and then you got it. So
Have it forever.
you can download it as a GIF
Nice.
or an MP4. I think there's other formats on there too. It's super useful. Anyway, yeah, so we recommend using that. It does need to be animated. That's the important part. You need an animated asset. Bunch of guidelines, judging criteria, creativity, usability, optimization, aesthetics, quality of animation, level of complexity, and some tips on getting started. So definitely check that out as well. And then Panda's featured thing of the week is the experience Deja Vu by the Puzzle Bros. We played this on stream back, well, I guess it was last year.
Panda's mention of the week.
Yes, mention of the week. Thank you.
Mention of the week.
Because I didn't want to say experience of the week, because sometimes it's
Yeah.
a creator, sometimes it's an asset, sometimes it's an experience. So Panda's mention of the week is Deja Vu, which we played. I guess it went live during Halloween, the Halloween event during Alpha Season 3, I believe. So it's been a year since we played this, but it is now. I know it's time flies. This year just zipped right by.
Yep.
So we played this experience on the stream, and it was super awesome. Had all the spooky like Twin Peaks kind of vibes of just an eeriness to it. I can only imagine. I'm hoping that they've updated it with new sound effects and music for what we had introduced with the Backrooms Game Jam. It's also very similar to like Max Payne and Alan Wake, those Remedy games. It's just unnerving. You're in this like kind of familiar Americana motel with just these eerie things just right on the peripheral of your vision. So that is live on the map for people to play in the client right now. And we love it.
Was I there for that? It was a year ago. You probably don't remember. It's an unfair question.
I mean, somebody was there with me. Probably. I would think it would be you. Because you and I were streaming. You've been my co-host for what, 2 years now?
I think it's almost 3. But yeah. I actually looked this up the other day. I was really curious about what the time frames were. If you give me a few seconds, I can actually tell you how long it was.
It was Joe and me for what, a year then? All of 2020 was Joe and me, and then he started streaming with Conrad, and you started streaming with me, I think. Something like that.
Here we go. It's
so all of 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
We're coming. 2023 is already 3/4 of the way done. Yeesh.
Yeah, so it's
not even more than 3/4. 4/5.
December.
What if it's
It was doing it in
5,
December of
6 is all the way
21,
down.
November. Yeah, so I started in December of 21.
Okay, so it's a little bit more than 2 years.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Time flies when you're having fun, Alex.
Whew. I do have a lot of fun. I do have a lot of
Hmm.
fun, and I need to stop it with the fun because the time's flying too fast. Just gotta just tap on the brakes a little. Just
That's fair. That's fair.
Just a little tap. Anyway, Sunday, the Wizzyverse website was launched.
Mm.
This has been a work in progress for a while. Thanks to our web designer. Am I allowed to say? Well, I mean, I know I can say it's Tom, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say the other part.
Tom Voxel?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, different
You,
Tom.
you can give credit to your web designer. I don't see why you wouldn't be able
Well,
to.
the how I know the web designer is the part that I'm not sure if somebody
You don't have to
wants me
say
to say
that.
this part. So I'm gonna skip it. But
Okay.
we did a lot of work for this. Um, some cool features. The stars in the background of the sky, parallax scroll outside the window. Actually, if you shrink the window down, you can see more height to it. So you can see those stars in the background
It's beautiful.
doing stuff. I know. I had a lot of fun trimming out all these little
Oh,
spots
wow.
in the
Oh,
skylight.
wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Super duper. I
Totally.
am I am kind of blown away by that.
Yeah, it's nice, right? And then all these guys
Yeah.
are transparent WebMs, so they overlap. Because I saw like the Raving Rabbids, how they would do their little animation things when you scroll over them, and I'm like,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
let's one up it. Let's like stack them.
Ooh.
And yeah, so now you can just like find a pose for all of them if you want.
I do want to.
We got a morphing Wizzy head. This is not even close to like all the combinations of traits. This is just like the traits you're familiar with from these guys, and just kind of shuffling between them. There's going to be 6 colors you haven't seen before. Is it 6?
Are we talking
There's
like I've never seen before, or just like the royal you, like everyone else, everyone out there?
nobody's seen them before.
No one. Wow, you're making new
So
colors. Impressive.
yeah. So we've got these 6 colors. We've also got red for Santa, silver
Infrared Wizzy.
for De los Muertos. But we've got another set of 4 that goes with these 2. So there's also going to be gold, bronze, pink, turquoise,
obsidian.
That's just black.
I'm just throwing things out there. I don't actually know.
My brain is not. There's more colors, and my brain's not remembering them all off the top of my head. So yeah, bunch of colors.
Turquoise,
as well as I said that.
salmon.
I did say pink. It's close enough.
Dang it. I got nothing.
Brown is bronze technically. Wait, I only said there's 4, right? So bronze, pink, turquoise. There's one I'm missing, and I can't remember what it is. Clear. Plaid.
Ooh, lumberjack Wizzy. Pop. I'm into it.
I'm thinking plaid like Spaceballs when they go plaid speed. There's got to be another color out there that I'm not thinking of. Gosh, it's bugging me now.
Wonder if I asked ChatGPT what color Alex forgot, if it could give me an answer.
Well, it's a total of 12. There's 12 colors. There's 12 colors in all.
I'm convinced one of them is going to be infrared, even though infrared isn't actually a color. I understand that. I think it sounds cool. Infrared Wizzy.
It is a color.
It's like Predator.
It's just a color we can't see.
The wavelength.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on the electromagnetic spectrum. Why can't we call it a color? Does color have to be visible?
I would think so.
My my artifact shoes just buzzed from the other side of the room, and I was wondering where my phone is to my right, and the buzz was coming from my left, and it freaked me out for a second.
I was wondering what that was. I heard a little ooh, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Alex, did you toot?
There's there's it's like when a dog farts and it scares itself, and they're like, what was that?
My dog does that all the time. It's hysterical every single time. Every time. It's never not funny.
The shoes are sitting on their charging pad, and every once in a while they wake up and go, "Oh yeah, I'm fully charged," and then they go back to sleep. I haven't worn them yet. I was gonna put them on the other day, and one of the shoes was charged and the other one wasn't. Like right out of the box. Like I was gonna put them both on, and the other one was like, no. I'm only gonna tighten your laces on one side. That's the disadvantage to having electric shoes that tighten with your phone is that if they're out of juice, you can't tighten them. So, not the best wilderness survival shoes, but they still look cool.
No.
So we got the whole white paper here. And the white paper is not a Google Doc anymore. I mean, it's still the Google Doc still exists, but now when you click the white paper button, it takes you to the whole page.
The whole dang thing.
The whole white paper, the whole thing is a page. So that way, if you don't like clicking Google Drive links, you can get to that easily. Explains all the cool stuff, and this was also updated right before we made the website go live, including our new reduced price. It is now 500 sand to mint a Wizzy instead of 600, unless you're in the pre-sale, and then it's gone down from 500 to 400 sand. So you might be able to pick up a few extra Wizzies if you've been saving up all summer. So we still plan on doing all the same stuff. Some of the budgets have gotten leaned out a little bit. But I think everything is still workable in a good fashion. The main thing is like we're running this avatar project as if it's a Kickstarter. So this isn't just you're buying an avatar or a profile picture and then you can just peace out. We are using this money. This money has all been allocated specifically to make games and run events and produce things. Me and the other people on the council, we love making things. And so, yeah, we get this money. It pays for our houses and our food and our vehicles and our clothes and our families. I'm thinking of buying a few extra kids one of these days.
Ooh.
And
I don't think you should admit that on the air. I think that's illegal.
Somebody's banging on my door.
She heard you're buying extra kids and she was like, not in my house.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see because there's a green screen. Somebody's either robbing me or one of my children came to visit.
Could be the same thing.
Well, yeah.
Could be definitely the same thing.
They're like, you bought us, and now we're gonna take everything. What was I saying? No, just so yeah, this money goes to a portion of this money goes to me and my staff, but it is paying for us to keep on creating for you. So things like narrative design and art and level design and all that stuff. That's what this money is specifically allocated for. Is for the projects that we're building. So there's a lot in the plan. You can see all of it in this white paper, and we've got links to our Discord and our Twitter. There's an FAQ with a bunch of cool info, and we have mentioned where the white paper, or not the white paper, the mint page is. It's wizzyverse.com/mint. That's the only place you're going to be able to mint one until you want to buy them secondary on like Looks Rare, OpenSea, Rarible, whatever. But the mint page is not there yet. The page you're looking for does not exist in this intersection of space and time yet.
I like it.
So, and then lastly, we launched a second website on the same day. If you click team,
Say what?
you go to the Council QA's page. This is more just a landing page. Shows our staff, our services menu. This one's still a Google Slides document. You can check, you can learn about the Council QA, all the stuff that we do, all the different kinds of tests that we run, all the different what are these things called? Case studies of projects that we've done. But the important thing here is get in touch with us through Discord. We launched our Council QA Discord, which is a separate Council Discord from the Wizzyverse, specifically for doing QA testing or for requesting tests from us. So if you're interested in getting your stuff tested, you can contact us through there. That is a premium service. So like, you know, if you ask us to play your game on stream, we're happy to do that. That's enjoyable content for everybody watching. But if you're looking for like real tests where we break down things with scores and benchmarks and feedback and all that stuff, we offer those. So join through that, especially if you are in a game jam. If you're a game jam winner, you'll probably want to join that because we are already working on testing the game jam games for the Steve Aoki winners because they're going to get published to the map. And then we'll be moving on to Playboy and then probably Deadfellas and on to other things. So yeah, Sunday was a busy day for me. Got a lot done. Also, what happened on Sunday, I bought 10 of the 50 Digger's Hell helmets season passes.
10 of them.
I bought a fifth of the stock because I want to give away 9 of them, keeping one for myself because I like Hell Diggers. So if you are in the Wizzyverse Discord, I've got a giveaway running that will draw at the end of Sunday and pick 7 winners. You can join. You can enter once a day, so you can get up to 7 entries. Now it's down to 5, I think. But each 24 hours, you can enter into the giveaway for extra chances to win one of these passes. And this is what we're giving away on the stream today and on Saturday. Now, this is not only an equipable helmet crown thing. Basically, you look like what are the Dark Riders
from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, well, they're not called Lich Kings. But yeah, basically, what are they called?
I don't remember.
My brain is just like, gosh, you haven't watched Lord of the Rings in 10 years.
You infected me with your itis, Alex.
I'm thinking Draugr, and I'm like, that's Skyrim. Somebody in the chat knows. Somebody in the chat's got to know. Nazgul. Is it? I thought. Are they Nazgul? I thought the Nazgul was what they rode.
That's what they rode. That's what they're Witch Kings, aren't? It's a Witch King. The biggest one was the Witch King.
Well, the main one is the Witch King, yeah, and he's got the pointiest crown.
The pointiest of all the crowns.
Yeah. But it looks kind of like this. Ring wraiths. Thank you, Hoddle. Thank you. Nazgul. Funny thing about Nazgul. That's the first time I ever noticed surround sound at a movie theater. Is the first time their dragon Nazgul things show up. In
their Sky Puppy.
I think it's it's the same thing. It's been too long for me. That might be Nazgul might just mean ring wraith. I don't know. But they're the dragon things that they ride. I was watching it in theaters with my dad. He made sure that I would like read each section of the Lord of the Rings before we went to see the movie, and so
cool.
Each Christmas season we would go and we'd watch the movie. And I think it's in the Two Towers. You hear it from behind you, just a like dragon screech, and I was like, "Whoa, what was that?"
What's happening?
Like,
what's
flies
going on?
Overhead. Yeah, that was my first experience with surround sound. That was.
I mean,
time.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The first time I remember like hearing surround sound, it's gonna be funny, but it was like one of those displays in like a Best Buy or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And it was when they were using Stargate, the original Stargate movie, to show how they could update sound. And it was when they were
Ooh.
traveling through the wormhole the first time. And I
Oh.
just remember being like,
That's like one of the coolest
oh,
movie moments ever.
yep, yep,
And it holds up. Like it still looks
it
really
does.
good.
It does.
Even
It's still a lot
today.
of fun.
Yeah.
That's one of my go-to movies. If I get sick and I need to watch something that's gonna make me feel good, I either watch Goonies or I watch Stargate.
I wasn't allowed to watch Stargate as a kid, but I remember seeing the commercials for it on TV, the trailers, and seeing
Mm.
the top of that pyramid open up, and I'm just like, what? What is? I need this. I need to see this, and I didn't watch it for like 15 years after that. But yeah, it was great.
The
Somebody
show was
said
good
Punk
too.
Groot. Um, I guess this kind of could look like Punk Groot, except I think it's supposed to be like bone or something.
Fun fact: there's a King Groot, like in one of the Marvel universes. He gets like super big, and he's
Mm.
got like a bunch of thorns kind of growing out of the top of his head, and he
Oh,
looks
okay.
pretty aggro. And so yeah, it does kind of look like him.
Okay. That sounds kind of like what I'm doing for the Druid Wizzies.
Hmm.
So anyway, you can pick up one of these for 84 sand if you want, or you can try your hand at the giveaways.
Mm.
There you go. Now the stuff that you get for this, um, you get a private channel on their Discord. I think their Discord is yeah, it is on there. So you go to @diggershell on Twitter, and they've got their Discord right there. Um, so you get a private channel on the Discord server. Owners will be gifted with a free NFT each drop during the first season, last until the fourth dungeon drop. So it sounds like there's 4 drops, maybe four
Sounds like it.
potential drops. Um, I'm not entirely sure with the way that's worded, but you'll get an NFT drop through having this.
Yeah.
Um, and there was something else about this. My door just opened again. Hello,
Your office is haunted.
I guess.
You lucky duck.
I have had now the doors aren't open, but sometimes if I leave the door open because we've got a drafty basement, it'll actually like cause a pressure imbalance, and my door will just the inner
Mm,
office door will just slam. Oh, it's my cleaning lady vacuuming. That's who it is.
gotcha.
um. So let's see. What was the other thing? There was something. You get the Discord channel. You get free
Airdrop.
NFT drop and oh, early access. It's a season pass, so you get access to the season. It is
Yep, those are the
specifically
three
early
things.
access from October 1st to 31st. Get access to the Hell Diggers dungeons before anyone else. So that's going on right now. Maybe we'll play some of it. We've played a couple of these on stream before, and now they're on 0.8. I don't think we've played them in 0.8 before. Look at that difference. Just bam, so much shinier. Just the saturation and the glow. Love it. All right, so that's what's going on there.
I love the 0.7 by 0.8 side by side comparison. I've actually
Mm-hmm.
been wanting to see some of that, like just for visual, just like a straight up side by side picture comparison for a while now.
Uh, did I talk about this about the
The
creation of
landowner,
Maximilian?
yes, you did.
I
You talked
did
about
on
the all the
Saturday.
how the yeah how hard it was to expand it because of all the nodes in the beard. I
Okay.
believe you said.
All right. Yeah. I couldn't. I know that I had that conversation, but I couldn't remember if we talked about it on stream. So, I guess as we've only got 10 minutes left here on the stream,
Hmm.
like as if we've ever finished on time.
Mm-mm.
Um, I want to do some tutorial stuff, but how about let's get a giveaway form going?
Yes, 1 second.
All right.
I will drop that in the chat once it's ready.
So what I want, there were two things I want to go over. The first one was one we had talked about, I believe, Wednesday last week. Um, and that was what characters can have equipment and like what status effects they get from equipment. One second here. All right. So
Yes.
there are a couple different the the gems system is getting a major overhaul, and it affects equipment, but we're not going to see that quite yet. Um, we'll see the start of the change, I think, with the layer 2 minting, and then probably see like the full fruition of these changes in 0.9. Um, I don't I don't have a full view of like all the different things that are going to happen with that, but um, we're just gonna set up some enemies here, and we're gonna make them squishy. We're gonna
Mm.
we're not gonna worry about them attacking us first, just for the example. So they got 50 health. Um, and we're gonna change our global parameters. We're gonna use the player's avatar, which is my avatar, like what I have set on the dashboard, whether it's an NFT or a custom built avatar. Either way, it works the same. And we're gonna set a specific sword. Um, rarity ascending. We'll go with something that's not too powerful. Where's something? We'll go with this. Wait, that's a legendary item. I didn't mean to select that. There we go. Well, sword Mark 1. I think that's a pretty low level. Let's check what the specs are on that. Sword Mark 1. So this has 13 power. Okay. And run around as Wizzy the Blue here. Now this is Wizzy the Blue as an avatar, not as the NPC, as a custom character. So just this is an avatar.
Got it.
So we're doing 7 damage when we hit. And if we keep on hitting, we hit a critical, we did 14 damage. And then if we do a fully charged attack, we did 53 damage, instant kill. Now, if we take off the sword, oh, there we go. So now we've got no weapon attached. We've got 0 bonus to our power here. We were doing 7 damage. Now we're doing 5. If we keep on attacking, critical does 10. And if we do a fully charged attack, we do 40. So you can see that's a significant difference, even on a sword that only has a 13 power rating. That boosted our basic attack by 2 hit points, our critical attack by 4, because the critical is double your base damage, and let's see, 5 to 40, so fully charged attack was what, 8 times more powerful than your standard attack, something like that. It did 53 when our damage was 7. Yeah, that's close to 8. It would be 56, I think, if it was exactly 8. So yeah. So you can see that with a weapon like that, it makes a big difference. We'll take a look at a more powerful one. And you can see we got the 13 power boost there. One of these swords is very powerful. Let's see. Actually, the one that I wanted to use that had 100 rating. Oh wait, is this it? Aha! For some reason, I thought I had put this in the council account, but it's still in my account.
Hmm.
The Fenrir Frostfang. Oh yeah, it's my Giant Slayer that's in the council account. So Fenrir Frostfang has 100 damage or 100 power. It says it's a 21 damage here. So actually, I'm not sure if that means if that's yeah. Okay, so the damage here actually is what your base damage is. The right above my head where it says 7. That's the damage that you deal. Base, at least. So we should be dealing 21 points of damage with this in a basic attack, 42 with a critical. We're actually going to need an enemy with more health, I think. And what's times 8? Should be 168 damage almost for a fully charged attack. So let's see. One hit. Yep, 21. Okay, we can't even do the... Yeah. We need something with higher health to do the critical attack. And 140. What did I say it would be? I think I said 148,
Not
right?
remember. I do not remember.
Or maybe I said 168, I think. So yeah, it's a little bit less than 8 times. That's still pretty powerful. It's like between 7 and 8 for that fully charged attack. Let's put down something. Magba. Let's put down something big here.
There, yeah, it's my guy.
Magma. So this guy's got over 1,000 health. He will take a few hits.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Except we can't see the damage we're dealing because it's so high up. I can't get it in frame.
You could put a platform in front of him so you're up higher when you're attacking him.
I could, or we can just do that.
Wow, kind of cruel. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Well,
now you're attacking him in the bath, Alex.
He's just
rude. This is rude.
Okay, so oh, I was like, why is it dealing so little damage? It's because I'm using the original sword. That's why. So I'm gonna go and equip the Fenrir Frost. Perfect weapon. 100 points of power.
I want to throw something out there really quick. Once again, today's giveaway is different than normal. It is not a Wizzy hat, and it is not something that anyone in the chat has ever won from this show before.
Oh,
so,
good point.
If you're not entering the giveaway out of habit, I'm going to drop that link in there again so that we can change that.
Yes.
I want all of you getting in on this. It's a good one.
I want to be running around the Helldiggers Hub with all of you on Saturday. That's what
I want to ride a wolf. So,
actually, not Saturday. We'll have to do it the week after because the giveaway ends on Sunday. So. Wait, what is it for? Huddle. Were you not watching my every tweet?
Clearly not paying attention, Huddle.
Huddle. Okay. So yeah, 21, 43. Oh, the critical's actually slightly more than 2x. Went from 21 to 43. And then we've got the fully charged attack for 140. Oh, I missed, apparently. Is that not hitting him?
Doesn't look like it.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, you know, it's probably because his collision point is so low down. It thinks that I'm missing him.
Wait, so where's his collision point?
Well, I think
Is it?
it's
Is
affected
it?
by where their feet are.
Oh,
Yep.
I was gonna say, is it his belly
Yeah.
button?
That's what I was hitting.
I
And he's
know,
like, no,
but I just wanted to say the
does not work.
belly button. I just wanted to say
Yeah,
belly
you
button.
just wanted to say it. Yeah, I know.
I just wanted to say belly button.
You're like
I don't know
the
why.
uh you're like the Quentin Tarantino of belly buttons.
No, no, please don't do that. Please don't compare me to him in any way, shape, or form.
All right. Yeah, I guess I could show what the giveaway looks like.
I already did.
No, I mean on
Live. Because he's got
on
like
the
a bunch of them in his
live.
inventory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it only shows as one.
But you still have it in your inventory is the important part here.
The question is if I can find it in my inventory. That's the important part.
And you know what? Who's to say? The odds are good
10
on all sides of the
hours
fence.
later.
One infinity later.
Well, I thought I saw it, but it was something else. Gosh golly. Gee, where is it? Huh. I don't see it. I'm pretty sure it's equipment. Let's see. What's this thing called? The helmet.
Elder's helm?
It is. It says it's equipment. So I don't know why it's not showing up in my inventory. I'm gonna make it collectible. I'm gonna pick it up. And local?
Did you just call me a yokel?
I said local. As that I'm looking
Much
at
better.
things that I picked up from the experience, but that doesn't really work with NFTs you already own. They still show up in the NFT listing. Oh, here it is. Oh, I love it. It kind of intersects with the beard, but
Oh, wow. And it goes
there's
up through the hat. I really like that. I'm not going to lie.
yeah, it's awesome. we need to do something about the Z fighting, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty.
When characters in fantasy or fiction have like wings or horns and they go through their helmets or their hats or their jackets or whatever, and they always have that like the holes like prefabbed for these things. I don't know why, but I'm always just like I'm fascinated by that. I think it's just such a cool look.
So, gems only work with power right now, as far as I know. Hey, thanks for the sub. Brecius75. So yeah, the power gems. So the other gems will show up here, but they don't actually seem to do anything. So if I look at my tactical boatswain hook, I think it's bosun's hook. It gives me 29 defense points, which you can see here. But my health is still 100. So even wearing this defensive item, that's not hurting me.
So it doesn't change the amount of health you have. It just changes the amount of damage you take.
No,
is that what you're saying?
Usually the things that you equip change your total health.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know it did. I thought you were saying it changed, so I thought this was the new way.
Yeah, it changed to not working.
Ah, quite.
So, oh, why is it being slow? Let's go. Thank you. So I jump in lava. Oh no, the lava hurts because it's lava, and I die. So if I put on some equipment that is supposed to protect me,
Hmm. I
there's something
recently
with
died in some lava. It's
where's
not a fun
strike repel? Here we
experience.
go. Whoa! I forgot that the Wizzy de los Muertes hat 2022 has 90 points of defense. Doesn't
Say
really
what?
kind of clashes with my blue hat, but you can see I still have 100 points, still taking 20 points of damage each tick. I respawn with 100 points. So the defense gem's just not doing anything. Ooh, Dr. Luigi contributed 500 points to the live Vox Edit contest challenge. I don't know if I'm supposed to change what Panda has like a whole setup with those things, and I am too much of a boomer to know what bits do. Bits and bobbles and
Bits and bobs.
yeah, points.
All the
Um
things.
so the power gems for equipment only affect, or the power gems are only ones that have an effect.
No. Oh, no. I can't so. Oh, fuck.
Bonk. Um, I should make some new emotes. Did you not see all the Wizzy emotes? Courtesy of Jazz Wolf and Panda. Or no, wait, was it Jazz Wolf who made them? No, it was it's
It was
Candidly
me.
Kristen.
I made them all. Nope. Definitely not her. It was me. Give me all the
I
credit.
did. I made the new Spoin emotes. I did those. I don't know if those are on Twitch though. There's the old Spoin one. Anyway, so the for equipment, only the power gem is working, and it only works with the dashboard avatar, not the
Mm,
Discord for this channel. Can you not? Can you not see the Sandbox ones? Ba-doop.
I cannot.
So if we set a custom avatar, and let's say we're gonna make it Pumpkin Spice Alex. And we've got that sword mark 1. Oh, did I delete the wolves? I didn't mean to delete the wolves.
3 wolves on a template.
Did you catch that? Funny thing is, that wasn't even intentional. That was
Oh,
totally
really?
that was subconscious. I was just
I thought
like,
you were
oh,
doing it on purpose.
well, wolves are one of the default enemies that show up when you start a new project. And so I
Mm,
was just like, and then I put 3 of them, not even thinking about it. It is just super convenient,
it's just
hilarious that
here.
it's just the way it works. You can't
Hmm.
avoid it. Um,
Why would you want to?
so if I take a look at my stats, I've got the 13 points of power applied by my sword mark 2, and I'm dealing 11 damage, which is more than I dealt as an avatar with the same sword. So what's going on here? What happens if we take off the sword?
Just punch him, bare knuckle boxing style.
Yeah. So going for a punch, still does 11 points of damage. So the sword is not actually doing anything.
Mm.
Isn't that wild?
Just got that. You got a bonus to your pugilism skills.
Still doing 11 damage with the Fenrir Frost. Perfect 100 damage sword. 100 power, not damage, I should say. Be more specific. So, what's happening is that the game is using the stats of the asset. And if we take a look at Pumpkin Spice Alex, I've got it's not minted, so it's using 25 as the default value. I've got a power gem and a speed gem on Pumpkin Spice Alex. So when you use a custom asset and you go to your global parameters controller, all of these are unlocked, and you can actually set the damage on them. So you can set the amount of damage done by each attack, by different kinds of attacks, the speed of your motion, your jump height, your climb speed, whether you can swim or not. Those all get set here. And then in components on your health component, you can change your health. You see, my max health is 161 instead of the default 100. So even though the equipment isn't doing anything to my stats, my base stats are actually higher by being a asset. So if I picked something, say legendary, let's go with legendary, and let's make ourselves an alpha dragon.
Ooh.
We are now an alpha
Yes, please.
dragon. We have 753 speed. Sorry, not speed. 753 hit points.
Oh.
And
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I didn't realize you could do. Yeah, that's. I've never tried doing inventory mode with something like this.
Wait. What happens?
You're just big.
Can you equip it with stuff?
You can now tell it to have equipment, but they don't actually equip anywhere. They're just technically they're supposed to be for stat boosts. I'm looking at boots as I say boosts.
I was just thinking about boots, so same page.
It doesn't actually do anything. So see, there's no equipment on me. So yeah, basically the only equipment that is useful right now is any that gives you a power boost. Because remember, you can have power gems on any piece of equipment. So you could get a high power sword, a high power shield, high power gloves, high power boots, high power chest piece, and high power helmet or hat, and just do a ton of damage. But only if you are a dashboard avatar, meaning the avatar builder or an NFT avatar. And if you are a custom asset, then no equipment does anything. I guess the one thing equipment does do is it can increase your hit range because the like using like a large sword or something, the actual collision box of your sword is bigger and you'll hit more enemies at once.
Okay.
Or enemies from further away. Can large humans use equipment weapons? They should be able to. I think that was part of the original question. So, if we choose a large human, let's see if I have any. Large human QA test. Let's see what happens here. I'm kind of sinking in the ground, but okay. Well, this guy can't, but this is a really old model, so let's find a different large human. That one's kind of old.
Use your Kong.
The Kong I don't think will work, but
okay.
What did I call that guy? He's
Cyber Kong VX.
Well, no, those are avatars from the dashboard.
Oh yeah.
Although, good point. I do have access to these ones. So this guy cannot, but they used a custom template for this, so I don't think that's a good test. I may need to upload new assets to the dashboard to test. But let's see real quick if I can find any recent giant. I don't have a lot of giant characters. I usually make medium humans. Sometimes I make small humans. Let's see. Let's just upload fresh. So we're gonna open up Vox Edit here. Wait, giants? Giants or large humans? Because large humans and giants are different. Because if all the giants just got the dance moves, then that makes me really happy because that's what I was delaying minting the giant skeleton.
Oh yeah, the skeleton, the
but
gold guy.
everybody on stream told me mint the skeleton anyway. I'm going to do it. I've been busy with other stuff, but I am going to mint the skeleton. Well, I mean, Seb's gonna mint the skeleton, but gonna mint it without the dance moves, and maybe we'll release a version 2 later if there are dance moves. But we're gonna go to templates. We're gonna make a large human. Large test save. And give him a nose. And we're gonna upload to workspace.
Did you say twerk space?
I did not say workspace. I did say workspace.
Sure you didn't. On to you, Alex.
All right, new asset. It's a character. Large human equip test. Continue. Actually, I could just say create and exit. Keep it simple.
Hmm.
All right. Asset is created. We're going to exit this experience. So technically, the library does update pretty quickly now. At least, I mean, I haven't tested it this week, but like last month, when you upload an asset, now it does appear in your library pretty fast, especially if you hit publish. Out of habit, I just disconnect and reconnect, but that's just me. So we're gonna say large human QA test. Nope, that's not it. Equip large. Equip. Did it not show up yet? Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to go back to here.
Maxie says I had to pick up a collectible to know if that makes a difference. And that was before he said something about the dance moves, though, so you probably already saw that one.
Anything can pick up collectibles. It's whether you can equip them or not. So we're gonna just hit publish, I guess. Publish. And
Yo, is that buggy if he did some, like, he was doing some squats?
What?
Do I get the name wrong?
What are you talking about?
Buggy the Clown from One Piece.
Oh, I don't watch.
Yeah,
One
it's
Piece.
Buggy. Oh.
I'm allergic to anime that's longer than 30 episodes.
Oh. Man, oh man, that's when I start to really love it.
Oh no, it's my attention span for it, I get bored too easily.
Okay.
So
okay.
I need the entire story to be told in a short arc for me to go, oh yeah, this is dense enough for me to like have my attention captivated. Otherwise, I'm like watching it doing dishes and going like, well, what'd they say? Oh yeah, I don't care.
That's wild.
How long was
So
Gurren
different.
Lagann? Gurren Lagann's like right at the cap of like what I could stand. I mean, it's a great show. It just 27 episodes. What did I say? 30? I'm allergic to it if it's over 30 episodes.
It's called Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, it's the spelling's kind of weird. Um, it's made by the same company that the same animation studio that made Fooly Cooly and
I was about to say
Neon
this looks a lot
Genesis.
like Fooly Cooly, and yeah, it was just say there's a robot in the background that looks like Neon.
Well, so the a lot of the people who worked on that show ended up making Trigger Studio, which is one of the better studios now, I think, as far as animation quality goes. Make Little Witch
Huh.
Academia and stuff like that. Anyway,
Definitely gonna check this out.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't seen it yet. You are gonna get so hyped. You're gonna like bench press more than you ever have after watching this show. I can't wait. Like I've never seen you as hyped as you're gonna be after you have watched this show.
Oh, that's a tall order right
I
there.
don't.
I
You
get pretty
haven't
pumped.
been. You haven't known hyped yet if you haven't watched Gorilla
Wow,
Dawn.
wow. I get pretty pumped up watching My Hero Academia.
It's
Like,
same. That's made by Trigger, isn't it?
is it?
I don't know if
Oh,
it is or
I
not.
did just get super hyped if it's the same company because
I don't
I
know.
sincerely adore My Hero so much.
It may or may not be. I don't know.
Who's to say? Let's just assume it is and move on because I wanna keep that fantasy in my mind.
Well, I don't want to.
Ignorance is bliss, Alex.
It's not made by Trigger, but that's okay.
Oh
there's
man.
other good shows made by companies other than Trigger. I just really like Trigger and old Gynax. I don't know what they're doing now. They're kind of I don't know. They haven't been doing a lot, at least as far as I've noticed. Anyway, did you know that I'm a nerd? Um,
We, Alex, we.
oh yes, we. Um, who said it was instant? Because it is not being instant for me at all.
NFT Santum.
Oh,
They
here it
lied
is.
to you, Alex.
No, I got it.
Lied.
I missed the human part.
Oh,
Here he is. There he is. This is
Santum.
my this is
I'm
my,
sorry, Alex called you a liar.
this is my face right now.
Red?
With the clown nose.
Oh.
So, what the question was whether the large humans can equip, which is just a simple like I'm doing it on the live stream because I can because the question was asked. But it's really like this is a simple enough test for anybody to do. The way I know these things is because I do what I'm doing right now. I just try it. And because everybody has access to Voxeta and the Game Maker and uploading and publishing on the gallery now, anybody can test it. So hopefully this sort of knowledge will just appear.
Low.
So any dashboard avatar, just to recap what we've already determined, any dashboard avatar, small human, medium human, large human, they can do equips, but their equips only use power gems. Defense gems don't do anything, speed gems don't do anything, magic gems and luck gems don't do anything right now. But you can have power gems on every piece of equipment, so you can just do a lot of damage. You can be a glass cannon. Large human. Now, medium humans can definitely do equipment. That was that pumpkin spice Alex I was running around as. They can equip items, but items don't give you stat boosts as a asset, a custom avatar. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think. Nope, we cannot do equipment on the large. So this is a bit frustrating for me. I'm the one who set it up so that way small and large and gorilla and giant characters could use equipment. Try a collectible. What do you... They're the same items. Anything can collect. What would we say, like aloes banana? Am I going to have to drop all the items in my inventory? Can I even do that anymore? collectible. And we're gonna... I don't think you can... Can you drop still? They got rid of the equipment drop, I think.
Why for?
Because now quest items can drop, I guess. And we're going to pick up Aloe's banana. And... See? No difference. I didn't expect it to make a difference. Yes, small and large works if you buy the avatar. That's what I was saying. So maybe let's throw it up on Notepad so it's on the screen so you can see. We're gonna make it nice and big because I feel like I'm talking in circles right now. Number 1. Yeah, it hasn't. It broke in 0.8. I don't know if it was at the start of 0.8 or if it was later on. Like, this is why I'm having to say this now, because it changed. Like, it was working for so long, and now it's not. So, but we are totally revamping the gem system, and it's gonna affect the way equipment works. And eventually, in the next several months, 0.9 should be coming out, and we'll see those changes even more. Anyway, point number 1. Equipment. Oh, I have caps lock on. Equipment stats only affect dashboard avatars, NFTs, or custom built. Okay? That's point number 1. Okay. Point number 2. Only power gems work. No health boost from defense. Work on equipment, speed, etc. Only power gems work on equipment. No health boost from defense, speed, etc. Number 3. All avatars can use equipment. All dashboard avatars can use equipment. Small, medium, large, Kong, shark, etc. Okay. 4. Only medium humans. Only medium human custom. What is it called in global parameters? Custom avatar? Custom avatar.
I believe so.
Yep. Only medium humans can use equipment when setting a custom avatar in global parameters.
Asiv.com asks, what's a dashboard avatar?
The avatar that you set on the dashboard. So, how can you make your own dashboard avatar? That's not available yet. Well, actually, okay, you can use the avatar builder, but you can't make one for other people yet, unless you have special access. So you go to the dashboard, you click on your profile, and you click change avatar. So by default, you start as a gray dude, like a car dashboard. I mean, I think that's where the name comes from, right?
See?
Car dashboard, space shuttle dashboard, airplane dashboard, a
It's
website
just a
dashboard.
place you go to control everything.
It's your control panel, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So if you own NFT avatars, you can set yourself as them. So like, hey, I want to be this fun guy. And then I go in here and I hit player's avatar and I hit play. And now I'm this guy. But notice I have a sword. I don't even have hands and I have a sword. And that sword will lend me its power. Except
Kind of
if
like
what?
Captain Planet.
I don't know what I said except for. You could be so that was a fun guy avatar. They're using like a custom shape. I actually don't know. They're size medium, so these are the same as any other medium avatar. It's just that the arms are missing on these.
So they said except if, and what that is in reference to was you were saying, I believe you were saying that you could, the only people with certain privileges right now can create avatars for other people.
Oh yeah, so all the avatar NFTs that you see are ones that are built either by Sandbox staff or people who have like joined a special program to be creators on the platform to create avatars. There's talks about potentially opening this up in the future to more people, where anybody could create an avatar, but I'm not sure how soon and what exactly that will look like. So my Pixelton, there's a small guy. He's just a wee little man. And a wee little man was he.
Oh.
And look at him. He's got a sword. He's got a sword that's like the size of his body. He's gonna go chop down a sycamore tree now.
Your Pixelton reminds me of my cat because sometimes he forgets to close his mouth and his tongue sticks out too. It's pretty wonderful.
Does your cat have a astounding mustache as well?
Actually, it kind of looks like he does. He's quite dignified.
How can I join that program? So you will have to prove yourself to me, basically.
You must go on a quest.
I don't say that facetiously, really, because I'm in charge of the company that evaluates people joining the agency program. So if you are a voxel artist or a game creator, you know, if you if you want to build for other people. So this program is not for it's not for people who just want to build their own thing. This application is for people who want to be listed on the Sandbox website as a creator that people can hire, either as an individual or a studio. So if you want the potential, if you think that you have what it takes to have The Walking Dead come to you and say, hey, we saw your portfolio and we want you to work on an experience for us. Or more realistically, the account manager for The Walking Dead from the Sandbox would say, hey, The Walking Dead needs a new experience. Let's get a creator who can do that. They go to our partnerships, find an agency. Well, I guess it's the same. It's the same tab, even though it's listed there. So find an agency, find agency partners. There are 85 plus trusted partners. we know some of these names from our streams. You know, the people that we encounter: Lucky Cat Studios, Metaguild, Yobiki, Yitz Jam Games. Where's some other Sand Rush, Lululand, 01A1, Chili Game Studio. These are all people that we've seen win in game jams, have experiences in Alpha Season 3 and other events. Just experienced builders on the platform who really know what they're doing with Vox Edit and the Game Maker. So Nabia, Outer Studios, like lots of really good names in here. Smobler. I need to stop scrolling down because I'm just going to be saying more names, dropping all the names I know. So people get on this list by going to partnerships, become a partner, and then you can read through all this stuff, say join us now, and it will take you to a form that you fill out with a bunch of info, and you will be evaluated for whether or not— I didn't mean to exit the whole browser. The quality of your work will be evaluated to see if it's something that the Sandbox would recommend to people who want experiences built in the Sandbox. So if you're just starting in Vox Edit, I wouldn't recommend trying to take that test yet. I would wait till you have
Give it some time.
months of experience at least, and try doing the Vox Edit contests, try doing the game jams, see where you score in those, because that will help you gauge where your work lies with other people. So that is that's how you join the program, where you could potentially make an avatar collection for somebody. But if you're just looking to make an avatar, you can click this first one in the upper left-hand corner, custom, and then customize your avatar, which is hidden behind Lukus. Lukus, duck! Do a barrel roll! Oh no, your chair's in the way. It's right underneath that equip avatar button. There we go. Customize avatar. And there's a bunch of presets. And you can change the skin color. And then you can change what head is used. I think you'd be Wizzy on vacation here.
Because Wizzy likes to party.
But he still likes his Hakama pants there. And then maybe he needs some sandals, right? Some flip flops or something. There we go, flip flops. And you know what? He likes his flip flops bright pink. There you go. So you can mix and match all these different body parts. Customize the skin color, accessory color. Like if you're wearing this jacket, you can change the zipper color. Oh, it's the inner liner color. That's what that is. Some of them have different things. Like if you want to be this guy, this tough dude, you can set the color of his gloves. Yeah. So what we were showing earlier is you don't even have to have an avatar to put it in your game. You can set any asset as the player character by going to your global parameters, custom avatar. You can put anything. I can be an Octohead's mother. And I can run around as this thing. I can do a charge attack. Bam. You can go in. Wait, do I fire a laser? I think I fire a laser.
What?
I fire a laser. I don't really it's very difficult to actually hit anything. So this is not intended to be a player character, right? This is intended to be like a boss fight. So
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
you
yeah.
would set it up to do damage to the player under a certain situation. You can't
It's
really
still
like
super
fight
neat.
as it. Yeah. Um, you can put together any sort of character. Um, let's find one. Baker Smurf. Here we go. So Baker Smurf, you can slap these gray wolves to death, but he can't have equipment, right? Like if we look at our inventory here and we tell him to have this sword, like nothing goes in his hand because he's a small human template. If we look at Vox Edit, oops, and we go to our templates.
I love that he just slaps people to death.
Yeah.
It's a very
Well, it's
Smurf-like thing to do.
it's because back then the small humans couldn't hold a sword yet.
Hmm.
So their attack was a punch. And that changed later because I set it up so that way the small humans and the large humans, the giants, and everything else, I changed their node structure so they were compatible with the equipment system. But then they changed the way the game maker worked so that way it only checked if you were a medium human. It didn't check if you were compatible with your node structure. So now it has to be a medium human. Only the medium humans, these guys right here, can equip items if you set them as a custom avatar in the game maker. So if I go back to my global parameters and oh yeah, I could Lukus, I could run around as an Atari.
You've done that before.
Bah, 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 bah. I have? I
I
don't
think you
remember.
have. I think you have.
I probably have. But if I go Pumpkin Spice Alex, this is not an avatar. This is just a tribute.
It is just a tribute.
Pumpkin Spice Alex here, which there we go. The icon was having a hard time loading. Will it change in the future? I hope so, because I put a lot of work into making it work and I wasn't in control of it changing. So hopefully it will return. Dashboard avatar does not equal playable avatar. It's dashboard. Yeah. I'm having a hard time explaining this. So this is a medium human. I'm spawning with the sword because that's my default equipment. I can put on any other equipment. Okay. So if you set something else, if you set a custom avatar, anybody who plays your game will be playing as whatever model you set. Whether it's a medium human, a birthday cake, a giant boss, that is the playable character. This is what you're saying people will play as. Only medium humans. So I think Adventurer Panda Pops is a medium human. She should be at least. So she's a medium.
Should be, yeah.
Well, except this one's older. So cause she customized the nodes. Look, the backpack. She unlocked the template to give custom nodes to the backpack. That's why Panda Pops does not work. But yeah, only a locked template, and we have a whole tutorial on YouTube for that. But only an unaltered template. You leave the rig alone of a medium human can wear equipment. But they don't get stats from the equipment they put on. So like you can set Pumpkin Spice Alex as where am I? I guess I have to say pumpkin. There we go. So even though I'm holding a sword, it doesn't help me at all, except it extends the collision of my attack a little bit, but it doesn't give me any boosted attack power by holding a weapon. The only characters that works for is an avatar. If you leave the global parameters, if you leave it on player's avatar. So you can say player's avatar or dashboard avatar. It's the avatar that the player sets on the dashboard. That's the only way that they'll get a stat boost for power. So, in review, equipment stats only affect dashboard avatars. Say player. Equipment stats only affect dashboard player avatars, whether it's NFT or custom built. Only powered gems work on equipment. No health boost from defense, speed, etc. All dashboard avatars can use equipment. Small, medium, large, Kong, shark, etc. And only medium humans can use equipment when setting a custom avatar in global parameters. Okay. There will not be a quiz later, but I'm not answering the question again today. Or this month.
Or ever again.
We'll just say rewatch this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey Alex,
what's up?
Got a winner for that contest.
Hey, we got a giveaway winner.
We got a giveaway winner. We've got a giveaway winner.
We got a giveaway winner.
Congrats goes out to JDog7777. You have won the Helldiggers Helmet Season Pass.
Awesome.
Congratulations, friend.
Congrats, J-Dog. All right. Now, I thought that this part was going to be a lot shorter, so we might be running out of time to do this next part. I don't know how much time Lukus has.
I got like another 30 minutes, if you want.
I will try to make this fit in 30 minutes. The question came up of whether Game Jam games, whether the judges for the Game Jams like games to be hard or difficult, because sometimes a person might get a feedback that a game was too hard or that a game was too easy, and it can be confusing. And I haven't been a judge on a game jam lately just because I've been very busy elsewhere, but I am the boss of all the people doing the game jam judging. Not all the people. There are other judges from the Sandbox staff and from the IP brand usually, like whether it's Playboy or Stevie Aoki or whatever. They have people from their team look at the games also, but I'm in charge of the people who are giving the feedback, the judges' feedback. So I'm trying to work with the judges to make sure that our feedback is easy to understand.
Succinct.
Succinct. And but some of the confusion might come from a misconception that whether the game is hard or not being affecting the score, which it doesn't exactly affect the score. It indirectly affects the score. What's more important is the game fun or not, than whether the game is hard or not, because there are games that are easy and fun, and there are games that are hard and fun. There's games that are easy and boring, and there's games that are hard and frustrating. It's not a it's not a one-dimensional line of easy to hard and fun to not fun on the same line. It's more of a two-dimensional grid of, you have a corner that's easy and fun and hard and fun. And you want it to stay in the fun range, whether it's easy or hard. And that can be really difficult to do. When you have
good games is hard.
Yeah. For games that are easy to play, you want them to have compelling narratives. You want them to have beautiful scenery. You want to have something that keeps the player engaged and feeling like they're accomplishing something, even if what they're accomplishing is really easy. You need to be making all those chemicals fire in their brain that make them feel good about playing your easy game, because sometimes a game is just boring. Like it's easy, but there's just not enough going on to make the player feel like they're doing anything.
Hmm.
And the answer to making that easy, boring game fun is not necessarily to make it hard. You can keep it easy. You want to make it fun. And you also, if you have a game that's frustrating because it's too hard, you don't have to make it not hard to make it fun. You need to maybe make it a little more forgiving, or you need to give the player more agency, meaning you give them more choices, more options of what they can do in that hard situation to solve the problem in the way that's fun for them. And accomplishing that goal in the span of a game jam can be very difficult, which is why
Yeah.
uh, I would encourage anybody who's participating in a game jam, even if you didn't come in the top 10, don't stop working on your game. I mean, pause working on your game during the judging process, because you can't re-upload your game while we're judging, or you get disqualified. So you got to wait till the judging process is done before you share new versions of it, unless you make a separate copy and make it clear that this one is the one for the judges and this one is an updated version that people can play.
Hmm.
So um it can take a lot of testing and a lot of having other people play your game to give you feedback, not just the judges, but like people, your friends, people in the community, um to play your game and figure out like what makes it tick for them. And that answer is going to be different for everybody, because people have different things that they enjoy. I am not a
Mm-hmm.
big fan of trading card games. To me, they're boring. I think most of the time I would rather play a trading card type game in real life, because there's something tactile about the cards, and like, yeah, you don't have the cool animations and the shiny graphics and stuff like that, but um there's something alluring about the physical card to me. And
I mean,
putting
that's
it on a
fair.
computer, for me, it's like I have literally 1,600 other games that I would rather be playing, because I get to run around in them. like
That's
I,
fair.
I play video games because I like to jump on top of things. I like to fly. I like to swing from building to building and dive from the top. And it's, for me, games are really about like motion and excitement. And sometimes I do like satisfy that ooh, shiny itch by playing like a tower defense game, where or a like a bullet hell shooter, reverse bullet hell, or like a shoot 'em up, where enemies are just kind of clustering around you and you blow them all up. That's just kind of like a satisfying, like ASMR kind of gaming. Um but for the most part, I like games where you run around, you do things fast, and you just feel it's like free running, whether it's Super Mario Brothers, way back to the original one, Sonic the Hedgehog, um, uh, Mirror's Edge. I was trying to think, like, there's a specific free running parkour game. Um, those games just make me feel excited and alive, and like I'm zooming through a space. And so that's what's attractive to me. But I understand there's other kinds of games that are fun. Um, Conrad and Joe love trading card games,
Mm-hmm.
and tower defense type games. They love that like strategy and stuff. And sometimes I can get into those games for a little bit, but I still find myself going back to the kind of games that just make me feel the excitement of motion. So, um, all the judges on our team have different things that they like or dislike about types of games, but I think that all of us are experienced enough players of games and objective enough thinkers to realize that just because this style of game isn't for me doesn't mean it's a bad game.
Yeah.
I can recognize that, oh, you put a lot of work into this game by giving, say, a trading card game, giving your cards different stats. They apply in different ways and they combine to do different things, and they feel fair. I didn't feel like I was confused by what I was supposed to do. And I felt like when I made a play, like what I intended to happen is what happened. There's a lot of factors that you can kind of it judging a game jam is a very subjective process, but you can look at it at a more objective way You know, subjective being my opinion versus objective being like, can this be measured on a scale of whether it's good or not? And that's difficult to do for judging something like a game jam or an art contest, but uh, that's what we try to do, and we try to always get better at it. And that's why we give all the written feedback so you can see where we were struggling on certain things, what issues we had, and even for games that we think are good, even winners, we will still have try to have constructive criticism about like how could you make it even better? How could you take it to the next level, even if there's nothing inherently wrong with it? So that's kind of our philosophy around the game jams. And looking at the time here, what I wanted to do today is to give a tutorial for how to change the difficulty in your game, either to have the player set it at the start of the game or even to have timers and stuff to ask the player if they're struggling or if it's too easy, and let the player have some agency, let the player have a choice of whether they want to up the challenge or not.
Like it. I like it.
So I think it would be better if we save this for next Wednesday,
Okay.
because
It's
one,
gonna be a long one.
we've already been streaming for almost 2 hours. I don't think that the tutorial itself is very hard. Uh, conceptually, it's just like a couple things that you need to do, but it can. I imagine that tutorial would be it'll branch off into a bunch of smaller discussions.
I was
going
gonna say something very similar.
Knowing me and knowing the chat, so I think we're not gonna do that this stream. We're gonna do it next stream. There hasn't been a new game jam announced yet, so we have time to wait to like learn how to do this before you need to consider implementing it in your next game jam entry. And I don't think it needs to be implemented in any particular game jam entry. It's just one of those things that is shows the judges that the creator is really thinking ahead and trying to give the player the best time possible. This exact same tutorial could be used for setting different languages in your game, which we've seen in game jam entries before, even really old ones. I remember, I mean, it was probably done different, but I remember like a game jam like 2 years ago, somebody did bilingual, which was like, it was the first time I had seen something like that in the Sandbox, and I was astounded.
I remember that.
Even when I see it now, was that force majeure?
I don't remember who it was, but I do remember that because I remember you commenting on it.
Yeah, that was for a long time. That was the only example of it, and that I'm seeing it pop up in more games now, which is really cool.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work, but I think it's more easier than it seems. Maybe, like if you know anything about the game maker and you see somebody do that, it might your brain might start going like, how do you do it, and start like freaking out. It may seem easier. There's like a weird bell curve where like it seems easy if you don't know anything about it. It's like, yeah, it just translate the language and put it in there. It's fine. And then as you start to learn about the game maker, you're like, oh no, how do you do this? And then the more you know about the game maker, you're like, oh well, I can just kind of copy and paste this stuff, and it's not that bad. It is a lot of work to go through and do it, but it's not insurmountable. Iverson Art did do was it Turkish and English? That's TR is Turkish, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Iverson Art did a bilingual game. I was just testing a game yesterday that has 6 languages.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They used 2 askers. So the first asker asks you if you want it in like English, French, and German. I don't remember which languages it was, but it asks for like 3, and then it has like a next page button, and then it'll ask for 3 more languages. And if you hit the next button, it'll loop back to the first question. So you can like scroll through the 6 languages that you can pick. And I was just like, that's really cool.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
So yeah, So same tutorial for changing the difficulty of the game could be used for changing the language of your game. Could be used for changing a bunch of different things. And it's all using presets. And I mean, that's the main thing, is using presets to kind of optimize your workflow. You could do it without presets, maybe. It would be a lot more work.
No, thank
I would
you.
use presets. So
I'm gonna pass.
next Wednesday we will take a look at that. And like I said, it's not, don't take it as a requirement, but just as like a tool for your tool belt, so that way you can potentially use that. But again, like I said, the difficulty of a game is not necessarily what gives it a higher or lower score in the game jam. There's actually really only one maybe 2 points in the grading criteria that would be affected by difficulty, and it's in the playability section. And it's not so much is it difficult or not, but it's like, are you frustrated by playing this? And
Yeah.
lots of people like Dark Souls. Lots of people like Getting Over It. Lots of people like Spelunky. I love Spelunky. It's my favorite game of all time, pretty much. And it's hard. I've only beaten it once, and I've played. It's a roguelike, and I've gotten to the final boss, I don't know, dozens of times, and I've only beaten him once out of thousands of attempts. And
There's a big difference between being bad at something because it's hard, or not completing it because it's hard, and not completing it because it's poorly put together. Like if it's just like, oh, I just can't make this jump because they made that jump way too difficult, and you have to do that same jump a million times and you just keep failing at it. That's one thing. But if it's because, you just don't have your strategy down yet, and the game is so well put together that they keep coming at you from every different angle, that can be fun to a lot of people.
yeah, and so with parkour games, like having a hard jump is totally fine, to have a jump that's difficult to do, but you don't want to have the difficult jump be after like 5 minutes of gameplay, and then if you fail the jump, you respawn back at the start of that 5 minutes. That would be awful, because then you have to go through all that again just to attempt the jump again. If you have a really difficult jump, you want to probably have your respawn for the fall, or a ladder to climb back up, pretty close to that jump, so that way you can do those retry attempts closer together. A great example is Super Meat Boy, which is another hard platforming game, but most of the levels are beaten in like less than 15 seconds. Once you know what the path is, it only takes those few seconds to get from the start to the finish, but it'll take you 50 tries because you keep on failing the jump, and you start to get kind of the muscle memory. And what's great is at the end of the level, it like replays all those attempts at the same time, which is like a fireworks of meat. It's great. But
I like
but
it.
yeah,
I like it a lot.
It is hard, but it's not unfair. It's challenging, but it encourages you to keep pushing forwards. So those are two very different things. And so go ahead, make your games hard or make them easy, but really just make them fun is the main thing. And that means letting the player know enough of like what they need to do. Like if you're making like a mystery sort of game, don't give it all away. But like a detective type game isn't usually like a fast-paced game. It's not like, figure out the mystery in this room. You have 30 seconds and there's something chasing you the whole time. Those are conflicting ideas. If you want somebody to do like say an escape room kind of game, you give them a whole 30 minutes to really explore the room, find all the things, solve the clues, unlock the puzzles. You give them that nice long timer to do all those things, and you're not flooding the room at the same time with spooky music and jump scares. Escape room artist is getting ideas. So yeah. I thought I saw you in the chat earlier, so I was yeah. There's a reason I said that one. But yeah, you don't want the escape room to have like the fire alarm going off and people in scary bunny masks jumping out with knives all the time as you're trying to solve the puzzle. Maybe for like the last 10 seconds, like that could be interesting. You know, you solve the puzzle, you open the door, and then somebody's chasing you with a knife, and it's like, oh, okay. That's exciting. But having it for the whole time it would be frustrating. Same thing with having like a boss fight where your health is constantly decreasing and there's a health thing, but you don't know where it is. You can't see it when you first walk in the room or something. I'm not giving like a specific example. I'm just like saying these are types of examples of
Broad
times that a
generalizations.
player might feel like something's unfair. So anyway, all that said, don't feel discouraged if the judges have somewhat negative feedback, because ultimately like we're trying to give you the tools to make the best game you can, because we want to see all of these game jam entries, not just the winners. We want to see all of you on the map on the sandbox for people to play your games. That's the
100%.
sandbox dream. We've got 166,000 plots of land to put games on, and we want to see that filled all the way up with enough games to last the rest of our lives, basically. So keep working at it, and we're here to help guide you. Anyway, thank you, Lukus.
166,464.
I said the 464 I always forget, even though it's not really that hard of a number to remember. I just 166,000 is just
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I like saying that thousand.
It's fair.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Lukus. Thank you,
Thank
chat.
you.
We're gonna go see if there's somebody on Twitch we can raid.
I got somebody lined up.
And yeah, we're gonna go raid them, and we will see you Saturday where we're gonna play some games, and then Wednesday
Yes.
next week we're gonna try to see if we can set up a game difficulty tutorial. All right,
Ooh. Looking forward to it.
catch you
Bye,
next time.
everyone.